Hi there. It's been quite some time. I didn't check actually to see the last time I had uploaded a video, but I'm pretty sure it's been like a year ago. Whew, there's been a lot of changes. Well, first, hi, welcome back if you are returning, and hello, my name is Tanya if you are new here. I had originally started this channel to kind of document my journey to growing my small business in order to quit my corporate 9-to-5 job. So that goal is still kind of the same, even though the things that I am doing to make that happen have kind of changed. I do have the same corporate job that I did then. Unfortunately, I am even more unhappy there than I was when I started this channel. But I have changed the side hustle, so to speak, that I'm going to try to grow in order to quit that 9-to-5 job. So I won't even get into all of the other things that I used to do. We'll just move forward to now. So currently, my current state is I will actually be 50 in a couple months, and I have definitely come to the realization that just a corporate life is not something that I want to continue until I retire. What is that, 15 years from now? And why would I want to continue to work for another company that is a little soul crushing, to be very candid. So my goal is to grow my side hustles enough to make a full-time income so I can quit my corporate job. So what are those side hustles? I actually have 3. One of them I previously had when I had originally started this channel. I did kind of change up some things a little bit. And then I actually have 2 new ones that I started to grow. So we'll start off with the one I kind of had a little bit before, and that was my Shopify store. I had originally had a sticker shop, and I decided that I liked it, but I wanted to transition into something else. So I switched to POD, print on demand. And so that has actually been something that I have really enjoyed much better, to be honest with you. I enjoyed the stickers. I had started the sticker shop because I've always loved stickers my whole life. When I was a child, I had all these sticker books, and I just collected every single sticker, and I stuck them all over my house, even though that made my mom angry. So I thought that why not start a business? That was my passion, but I just decided that I wanted to transition into something else for a bunch of various reasons. So I switched over to print on demand, which has actually been kind of fun for me. Side note, I'm actually sitting in the post office parking lot. I actually did just drop off some orders for something else. And so if you see me looking over, it's because people are pulling up. It's a Sunday, so hopefully it's not going to be that busy. But I don't want to look like a weirdo sitting in my car. So you might see me glance over. And I hate editing, so I'm hoping that I can just keep on rambling and not have to edit too much. So I apologize. Anyway, so back to Shopify. So I switched over to print on demand, and I've really loved that. I really kind of have loved that. So that is the first side hustle business, so to speak. So that's the one that's actually been going for a couple months. And the main thing that I've really been struggling with that is just, as anybody who's ever heard of Shopify, have ever started a Shopify store, your biggest hurdle is driving traffic. And I'm going to be honest with you, even though I'm sitting here talking in front of a camera and this is going to be posted on YouTube, I'm not a social media person. I'm actually not a huge person that loves to have my face all into things. Nobody wants to see this. I don't even want to see this. So I'm not a social media person. So for me, it's really been a struggle on how to drive traffic to my store. I've been trying some things, and some have been working, some have not been working. So we shall see how that goes. The biggest thing that I've been trying to do is Pinterest, just because that's something that I don't need to be showing my face on. Nobody needs to see a 50-year-old twerking. I'm not doing all that on Instagram or TikTok. Ugh, not TikTok. So Pinterest has been one of the main things. I do post on Facebook, but it's literally product based. There's no seeing all this, no. So YouTube, sorry, you're stuck with my face. Everybody else, you are safe from that. So that's what I've been kind of working on, is just finding ways to build traffic to my Shopify store without having to constantly be doing all the things on social media. That's just not my thing. Moving on. So the next two side hustles that I've actually just kind of started within the past couple weeks. One of them is actually also a continuation / restart of an old side hustle. So something else that I really love is ASMR. So I had actually started a ASMR YouTube channel 3 years ago, I think it was. And it was a couple different ASMR things that I was doing at the time that I really, really loved. But I just, it took a lot of time to kind of do it. And again, you know, I was working a full-time job, and I was trying to do, you know, Etsy and the Shopify thing and some other side hustles that I don't really do anymore, that I'm kind of trickling out of. So the ASMR channel just kind of took a lot of time, and it's hard to kind of grow on there depending on what your niche is and all that. So I was doing fine with subscribers, but the watch hours, not so much, because ASMR isn't something that you watch for like an hour. So it was really hard. So I just kind of said, you know what, I'm going to kind of step back from this, and the time that I spend on doing this channel, I can spend on other things. And so I just kind of put it on hold. I kept my channel, I didn't delete it, and to this day I still get views and stuff like that. I actually, coincidentally enough, the last video that I had actually posted ended up blowing up, and to this day I still get daily views on it. Crazy town. So I decided to restart that and just kind of change a little bit what my ASMR focus is, the type of videos that I make. So I make more, they're AI videos, I'm going to be honest. They're AI videos, and they are more the relaxing, meditation, studying, all that. And so it is a mix between underwater scenes and also space scenes. So I love space, and so those videos, I gotta be honest with you, I honestly will sit there and watch them for the longest time and just loop them. And the underwater scenes, I love, especially the jellyfish ones. I really love them, and the seashell ones, because who doesn't love seashells? So that is the second side hustle. So that's something that I've really enjoyed, making those videos. Again, I want and love to do things that kind of bring me joy to do. I mean, let's be honest, nobody wants to do things that they don't want to do. So when I can sit here and make something that I myself also enjoy to look at, be a part of, whatever, to me that you know, just kind of seems like the perfect mix. So that is the second one. And then the third side hustle that is the most recently started, I'm gonna say a week, actually, maybe, that I've actually been doing this, and that is affiliate marketing. So that is something that I am giving a try. That will be something that I'm putting a lot of focus in, because it does kind of take some time. I do have my apprehensions. I've heard kind of mixed reviews on, does this really work? Does it not work? So we'll see what happens. It is something that, the way that I'm doing it is something that does take a lot of time. I spent, yesterday was a Saturday, today is Sunday, I think I mentioned that. I spent, oh my goodness, probably like 7 hours on it. So that took a long time, but it's also one of those things where you can spend a whole day working on it, and you can schedule things out and stuff like that. So I'll tell you, I post Amazon links on Pinterest. I started a Pinterest account. I already have one for my Shopify store, so I started a second Pinterest account, and I post pins on there, and so you can, batch make a bunch of pins and schedule them out. Like literally, I think I have one scheduled to post in like 50 minutes. So before I even make it home today, pins are going to be posting. So yeah, that's one of the third one that I've been kind of working on. Again, it takes kind of a lot of time, but my hope is that, especially for Pinterest, pins live forever. I don't know, close to forever, who knows, a very long time. So they take time. They're very slow to get started, but once they get going, they're out there. Once you make them, they're out there, and they will live forever. So my hope is that all of the hard work that I'm doing right now will slowly start to snowball, and things will go. I like that one. I will say I like that one. It does. One of the things that takes the most time, clearly, is making up the mock-ups. I make up about 70%, 60%, probably like 70% of my mock-ups. I know a lot of people just turn around and they just screenshot whatever the listing picture is for the Amazon thing. I don't really want to do that. I don't want my Pinterest page to look like Amazon. I don't know why. I just don't want to. Unfortunately, because I do make up the mock-ups, most of the mock-ups myself, I spend a lot of time doing it. And I use Canva to do it, and Canva acts up like worse than a toddler at times. And I'm not an expert at Canva. I make mock-ups myself, for Shopify, when I post stuff on Facebook and stuff like that, but it's not as often, and it's just a little bit different. It's, my product, and so I already probably have, I use Printify, so a lot of the products that you make, you can, save a transparent background, and so then you can take that product and pop it onto things. Whereas Amazon, clearly that's not my product, so I can't and don't have any transparent images, so I have to make my own and then pop it into a mock-up. So that takes some time, and then you have to, make the whole scene and all that. And I'm not a graphic designer. I'm not an interior designer. So sometimes it takes me some time to make these mock-ups, but in the end, I'm happy that I worked on it. I'm happy that I'm not just screenshotting an Amazon listing. I'm actually putting in some effort into it. And so my Pinterest page looks like my page and not like you just stepped into Amazon. So hopefully that becomes worth it. And that's it. That kind of catches us up on where I'm at. I'm finding that I'm the type of person that if I have a goal, I like to be able to work on it, and I like to be able to have a plan. So the other day I sat down, I bought a new planner, which I'm a planner addict. But the unfortunate thing is that I turn around and I will buy a planner, and then I don't want to write in it. It's a fancy new, sparkly new planner, and then it's like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to write in it. I don't want to mess it up. Stupid. So, if you know me personally, you know that I should never be allowed to buy planners, because I'll either never write in it, which I may or may not have old planners sitting around my office that I haven't used, or I will write in it for a little bit and then never use it again. So we shall see. Today is actually March 1st. So I have a brand spanking new 2026 planner, and I wrote in it the other day. Look at me being productive. I sat down and I made a plan to what I wanted to focus on each day to grow all of these side hustles. I actually have ADD, so for me, if I have a lot to do, it will overload my brain because I can't streamline it. And so I'll just spiral. I'll just sit there and be like, oh my gosh, I got to work on all these things. I don't know what to work on first. So I need to tell myself what to work on first. So it works out better for me if I sit down and I say, okay, this day is Shopify day. And then I list out all the things that I need to do that day to grow my Shopify business. And then the next day will be, my ASMR YouTube channel. What do I need to do that day? And then so on. And then I plan out my week. And also that helps me because again, I do work a corporate 9-to-5 job. And so I have to remember that I only have so many hours in the day that I can kind of work on things. And that makes it harder. That makes it harder to say, okay, I only have so much time to work on this. Certain things also take more time. Working on my Shopify store, there are multiple things that I need to do for this. For the affiliate marketing, I have to make a ton of pins. So I'm posting consistently. I can batch make a bunch and then schedule them out for the next several days. And then the ASMR thing. So some things take longer than others. And so I have to say to myself, this day, Saturday and Sunday's a weekend. I don't work on the weekends. So the stuff that takes a lot of time, I can schedule over the weekend. And then during the week, I can pick the lighter tasks that need to be done, knowing that I am very limited on my hours. So that's my plan. That's kind of my plan on what I'm going to do. And I'm gonna stick to it. And so that's why I am going to continue, or come back to recording these videos, so I can subject the world to my rambling stories every day onto what my journey is and where it's going. Again, I am almost 50, so it's not like I am in my 20s and I have forever to try all these different things. I don't have it. And also, I went through and, going back to the fact that I'm unhappy in my corporate job, I've tried the whole looking for other jobs and stuff like that. And ageism is real. I really feel like it is real. I know it is kind of talked about it. I know it's supposed to be illegal and all that. But, to be candid, let's face it, somebody would rather hire somebody who is 30 and they know that they can get another 30, 35 years out of them, versus somebody who is 50 and they know that what are they going to get, 15 years out of them? I understand it, even though at 50, I've been in the corporate world for 25 plus years. So I have all of that experience. So to me, I'd rather have somebody who's experienced than somebody who doesn't really have that much experience. But a company is going to kind of look at also the bottom line. They're going to say, hey, we can train this person, spend the money to train this person at the age of 30, and then again, get hopefully 30 plus years out of them, versus the fact that they may have to train me on some things because I need to learn their systems or whatever, and they're only going to get 15 years out of me. So I get it. It just stinks. It's unfair. And so I'm not doing it. I'm not going to sit here and continue to spend hours applying for jobs that aren't even going anywhere. I applied for a bunch of jobs and never heard anything. A lot of them you didn't even get rejection emails from. It was actually as if you never even applied. So I'm not doing that. I'm just going to be candid. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to spend any more time trying to look for something else. And I want to work for myself. I want to make my own schedule. I want to say, hey, I'm going to get up and I'm going to spend this many hours working on things, and then I have a doctor's appointment. I have to go grocery shopping. I need to stop and do laundry for a minute. And then I can work on the business later. After I've kind of done some errands that day or something like that. Or I don't want to feel the pressure of, I have to schedule doctor's appointments, but I have to schedule it around the hours that I work. Most places you can't do it on the weekend. So it just has become something that I'd rather I want to own my life. I want to own my life. I want to own my schedule. I also want to be able to put all of my time and effort into something that reflects back to me. And meaning that I want to put all this effort into something and see it grow. Because let's be honest with you, if I'm sitting here working for a corporate company or any company, no matter what your job is, you work, we'll just say 8 to 4. That's not my hours. I wish it was. But you work 8 to 4. You're only making money during them 8 to 4 hours. You're making money for that company though, most likely. And that's going to trickle up. That doesn't trickle down. That money's going to trickle up. And so I'm working hard to give a CEO a vacation, a new car, to be able to send his kids to private school. I'm not being able to do all those things for myself, but I'm putting in all that time. So I'd rather work on something that is going to directly benefit me and something that I can look at and say, I've put 100% effort into this business, into this side hustle, into this thing, and look at me benefiting from it. If I work on this for 8 hours, I want to be able to see that those 8 hours were kind of worth it. Whether I only make $5 that day or I make $5,000 that day, I wish. At least I can say there's a direct correlation between my work and what my return is. And corporate doesn't do that. I tried for the longest time to climb the corporate ladder. I worked up and got promotions and all this and that. And you know what I got? I got stress. I got stress and I got mental health issues, and those are all the things. That's what I got. I didn't get a huge dream home. I haven't taken a vacation in, I'm not even going to embarrass myself to say how long it's been since I've done any type of vacation. So what am I doing? What am I doing? So that's my thought. I've rambled. I'm not going to edit this out. I'm sorry. Hopefully you stayed. Here's my journey. This is me. This is going to be the real me. I'm not going to have fancy backdrops. It'll probably be in my car. Who knows what weirdo setting I'll be in. I don't have a beautiful aesthetic office, so I probably won't be. You may see it at some time. You may not. It's not pretty. And this is going to be the real me. I'm not going to edit out a bunch of nonsense. I've said probably 7,000 times. So if you don't like that word, I apologize. That's all I have to say. Thank you if you stayed. Thank you if you are willing to continue this journey with me. And if you're on the same journey, first off, hi. Second, I wish you the best of luck. I hope that your journey goes exactly how you want it to go. Drop in the comments, where are you at? Are you starting a journey? Are you thinking about starting a journey? Are you well into your journey? Give us some tips. Give all of us some tips. Give me some tips. I want this to be an open space. I want this to be an honest space. Say what you want. Be nice, please. But yes, let's all do this. Let's all do this together, because let's face it, there are more of me, of us, of our 50 plus people out there. I'm not the plus part yet, but we're changing. We're changing our things. We want to take control of our lives. And to all my corporate 50 plus people, I think a lot of us are waking up to the fact that we drank the Kool-Aid and thought that climbing a corporate ladder was what we were supposed to do. And it's not. For some people it is. No offense to anybody. No offense at all. I have some very good friends that they are in their corporate ladder journey, and hey, if it's for you, it's for you. It's not for me. I did it. And I don't recommend it, to be honest. All right, I'm done rambling. I'm sorry. Thank you for watching if you're still here. And good luck if you're on the same journey. If you're thinking about it, do it. Please do it. Do what's best for you. Okay, my next videos will just be updates on this journey. I hope you enjoy them. for everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.